You might be worried about economic uncertainty and heard that holding gold and silver is a good hedge against inflation. Maybe you're looking for a more stable investment than the stock market. Gold and silver can be a good stable investment, but where do you start? Buying precious metals can seem like a daunting task. What can I afford? How much of each metal do I get? How can I store these without theft? Is there something I should avoid? Don't worry, I'll answer all these questions and more while cutting through the fog to provide you with a clearer idea and a plan to own precious metals. Coming up. Hey everyone, welcome to Campbell's Coins. First, I'd like to congratulate you for having just the slightest bit of interest in starting this journey. In addition to providing you with some information on each of these sections, I will give you an example of what I do. If you like what I do, what I purchase, feel free to emulate. To start off, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just someone who has been purchasing gold and silver for almost 20 years here in the United States. My knowledge primarily covers buying precious metals in the United States. If you live outside the US, some of my points might not apply to your situation. I've seen many ups and downs in this sector, and this experience gives me some perspective to share with you. This isn't an end-all be-all list, more of like a starting point. I've covered many sections of this topic more in depth in other videos, but I wanted to put together a concise list to get folks started on their purchases for gold, silver, and other precious metals. Enough of the caveats, let's dive into things. One of the most difficult questions for a new stacker is, what should I buy? Can you own physical precious metals? If you live in the US, you most certainly can own precious metals. All different types of sizes out there for various functions and wallet sizes. But some provide more benefits to you than others. Buying precious metals is like shopping at Costco. The larger the size that you get, the cheaper it is. This can be detrimental to you though. The bigger the size, the harder it can be to sell. I feel that there is a sweet spot when it comes to size. Is there a list of the best gold and silver to purchase? No. The best gold and silver to purchase depends on where you live and when you are buying. You should buy what you like, because what's the point if you don't like what you own? But just because you like something, it doesn't mean that it's the best for you. In America, gold buffaloes, gold eagles, and silver eagles are some of the best options to own. But they also have the highest premiums of all bullion coins. Fractional gold is great, but the size and the type of gold matters, at least to me. In all honesty, a person with $100 can start their journey to financial freedom buying precious metals. This $100 doesn't buy much for gold, but it can get you a few ounces of silver. And this also might not seem like a lot, but trust me, it is. Over time, it really adds up. Stacking precious metals really changed my mindset, and I know for you, it will too. It forces you to look at what's important versus what's trivial. It's difficult to explain because it's really a huge mindset switch. Let's look at some examples of what I purchase. For silver, the only fractional silver I get is constitutional silver. These are dimes, quarters, half dollars, and dollars minted before 1965. Aside from constitutional silver, I would not buy any silver weighing less than 1 ounce. 1 ounce and up only. My favorite sizes are 1 ounce, 10 ounce, and kilo. I like American Silver Eagles for their liquidity and their reporting exemptions. However, the premiums on Silver Eagles lately is insane. In 2019, the demand for silver was extremely low. The premiums on everything was way down. It made sense at the time to buy Silver Eagles. It doesn't today. The last time I bought Silver Eagles was January 2021, right before the silver squeeze started. I paid a little less than $30 each, and I thought that that $4 premium that I paid was pretty high. Today, I would get something else with a much lower premium. Silver bars are a good starting point with low premiums. This is what I primarily stack today, kilo bars. If you're looking for government coins, I don't think you can go wrong with the newer Silver Britannias. This is 2021s and newer. They have a ton of security features packed into them while not being super expensive. I've seen these almost for $10 less than Silver Eagles. Like the Silver Eagles, Britannia coins don't have any reporting requirements. Silver Maple Leafs are great too. They're very popular with similar premiums to the Britannias, but they do have reporting requirements if you sell over a certain amount. For gold, I stack gold buffaloes, gold eagles predominantly. I love 1/10 of an ounce gold eagles and 1/4 ounce gold eagles the most. These sizes are incredibly easy to sell and they're very popular. The majority of my stack is gold buffaloes and gold eagles because these coins are so liquid. When buying or selling, there aren't any IRS reporting requirements for these coins that dealers have to submit like there are for other coins. The gold maple leaf, for example, if you sell 25 ounces or more in a day, that shop is required to report the transaction to the IRS. Not for gold eagles and buffaloes. If you don't have this level of gold and you don't plan on getting this much gold, what you buy should then just come down to liquidity for the best price and whatever you like to own. A Krugerrand, for example, isn't the best gold to buy in America because it isn't a very popular coin anymore. A dealer won't give you the best price for it. But if you're selling gold eagles or gold buffaloes, well, you might get slightly more than spot for it. And I guarantee you that dealer will buy them. Find popular items because those items will be easy to sell when you have to sell them. Lately, I've been getting into the gold Britannias. I like that these have 5 security features built into these coins and how they come in a variety of sizes like the gold eagles. For platinum, I keep it really simple. I just stick to 1 ounce coins or bars. While I am a big fan of pre-33 gold and other collectible coins, as a beginner, I would steer clear from these items. Some people can sense a new stacker and they try to take advantage of them by selling them an overpriced coin. Wait until you know more before diving into the collectible side of things. When purchasing gold, I would not buy anything less than 1/10 of an ounce. Gold grams are really small and have very high premiums. These might seem appealing because they cost like $70 or so, but trust me, it's not worth it. Save up your hard-earned cash and get at least 1/10 ounce. Whatever size you can buy on a semi-regular basis, just get that size. For silver, I would avoid any and all fractional silver that isn't constitutional silver. The premiums are just so freakishly high. I've seen people selling gold grams for $7 each. If you're buying a full ounce of these pieces, you will be paying $217.70 per ounce. Just save up your money and get a full ounce of silver for 29 bucks. Some other warnings: pay with cash or check, as paying with a credit card typically has a 4% charge added to your total. In some states and countries, there are taxes on precious metals. Here in California, you're taxed on gold and silver purchases under $1,500. If you hit this threshold though, you aren't taxed. Taxes vary state to state. In some countries, they are heavily taxed on silver but not gold. In Canada, they are taxed on gold coins that are not pure gold. So for them, it doesn't make sense to buy any American gold eagles. Now that you have an idea of what you want to buy, where do you buy gold, silver, and platinum? You want to buy from reputable sources. For me, this is my LCS. It stands for local coin shop. An LCS is a great place to start and you can learn a lot. A good LCS will have a knowledgeable staff, good customer service, competitive pricing, and most importantly, they will test the metals they buy off the street. You want them to stand behind the product they sell you. I've heard of a couple LCSs falling victim to buying a counterfeit gold coin. And then they sell this coin to a customer. That customer takes it to a grading agency who then tells them it's a fake. The customer tells their LCS and the LCS refunds them. That's a good LCS. You want an LCS who will buy back from you if you decide to sell. I have 2 coin shops that I use listed down in the description. They do not pay me to talk about them. I just really advocate for good businesses. These are Avenue Coin in Stockton, California, and Royal Coins in Houston, Texas. Both of them are top notch. There are online bullion dealers, of course. I like buying online occasionally because these dealers sometimes have an item I can't find at my LCS. Online dealers I trust completely are Monument Metals, SD Bullion, JM Bullion, and APMEX. The latter two have the higher pricing out of the group, but often have more inventory and a variety. All of these companies ship discreetly and securely with insurance. Avoid buying metals off of eBay, Craigslist, or some other app-type platform. This isn't to say one can't find deals or reputable sellers on these platforms. These just aren't the place for a new buyer of precious metals. I would also try to avoid, as much as possible, panic buying. Download a good precious metals dealer app like Kitco, JM Bullion, or APMEX, and check out spot price on these metals on a weekly basis just to see where things move or how they're moving. You'll see it rises and falls. If it's rising for a few days in a row, chances are it will come back down. When the Russia-Ukraine war started in late February, the gold price shot up really fast. It hit its all-time high, $2,060, and then dropped back down to $1,920. I know the urge is there and FOMO is that constant nagging, but take a deep breath and buy when things subside. You're bound to make mistakes, just don't dwell on them. You know what you're going to buy and where, but how do you store precious metals? If you don't hold it, you don't own it. A phrase myself and others have stated numerous times, and it holds true for buying and holding precious metals. Holding precious metals might make one a target for theft though. I understand that people have various issues and concerns when it comes to holding physical precious metals like gold and silver, but I feel that there are ways to mitigate these risks. You are able to buy precious metals and store them in vaults all over the world designed for holding precious metals. But I don't advocate for these, as they're typically located in major cities and they could be very far from where you live. There are also logistical and security concerns with vault services. If you needed your metals immediately, how could you get to them? One way to help mitigate risk is to not talk with people about buying precious metals. The less people know outside your household, the better. Another way is to secure these items within your home. This can be a bunch of things that aren't necessarily secure, but so well hidden it makes them impossible to find. A bolted down safe is a good way to help protect your precious metals, but not all safes are created equally. And a safe doesn't mean all risks are eliminated, and I'll explain in a minute. When looking at safes, at a minimum, you should be purchasing a safe with a TL15 or a TL30 rating. These are not cheap. A small TL15 typically goes for like $2,600. TL stands for tool resistant, and the number after refers to how long these safes are guaranteed to take a professional safe cracker to break in. Why would you want one of these versus a gun safe or a safe purchased at, say, Walmart? Most gun safes are falsely advertised as safes, and they can be really only categorized as a security cabinet. An angle grinder and a pry bar can peel these safes open like a can of tuna in no time at all. Brute force can open these safes by most common criminals, but a TL safe requires a more refined criminal to crack it. The TL safes are typically fire resistant for 2 hours. A TL rated safe is also one of the few safes insurance companies will insure its contents. Most insurance companies won't insure your precious metals if they are just in your home or in a firearm safe. But if you have them in one of these safes and they are bolted down, they will insure them for up to $250,000. Up to $500,000 if you have a security system and the safe is bolted down. So you pay a little more for some peace of mind, all while storing your precious metals near you. Along the lines of storage comes the choice of what precious metals to buy. This is a series of videos all in itself, but breaking it down to storage might help. Buying gold and silver are dense metals, but gold is more dense. Also, it's more valuable because it's rare. You can store a lot of wealth in a tiny space with gold. I recently pointed out in one of my YouTube shorts, a 100-gram gold bar and a 100-gram silver bar. They look roughly the same size, but the gold bar is 2.5 times smaller. The gold bar costs $6,400, while the silver bar is $100. It's difficult to compete with gold when it comes to putting a lot of wealth in a small area. If you don't have much space or you're looking for a metal that you can grab and go with, gold might be a better option for you. If you own less than $10,000 in precious metals, a safe might not be the best option for you. You might find that hiding your precious metals in a box labeled Halloween decorations in the attic is a better option for you. You can hide them in empty containers. I won't list those here, but you can get pretty creative. These methods might hide your precious metals quite well, but it doesn't protect them from environmental issues like heat, maybe moisture, or fire. It takes a lot of heat to melt gold, silver, and platinum, but fire can damage your metals. There are a few places in your home I would avoid storing anything of value, regardless if it's in a safe or not. Your bedroom closets, and any home office. These areas of the home are tossed first in home burglary. Again, I'm not a security expert, but from what I've heard from my friends in law enforcement, these are the main areas. If you have any tips to help people, please sound off in the comments below. My level of security covers many philosophies. I don't store my precious metals in my home, and I have them separated in multiple locations. The idea is that age-old saying, don't store all of your eggs in one basket. I understand this isn't feasible for everyone. Some of the safes that I use are the American Security TL30s. I have security alarms, cameras, dogs, and various things that make people reconsider their life decisions. If you plan on storing your precious metals in your home, I would get similar options and be aware that if your home is broken into while you're there, these criminals can try to leverage access to your metals by threatening various members of your household. The same can be said for cash. The name of the game is to be smart and keep your mouth shut. This topic on security is massive and a series of videos all on itself, and it can't be fully covered in a small segment in this video. I'm working on a more detailed video covering more aspects on security, and you should see that soon. I get genuinely excited when I hear someone is new to buying precious metals, so sound off below if you are a new stacker. If you like this video, hit that like button, smash it if it's something you're into, leave a comment and subscribe. All these actions will help boost the video with YouTube's algorithm. If you have any additional questions, feel free to ask them down below. I have a host of videos covering a wide variety of topics. If you search here, you're bound to find something that will help answer your question. Your time is your most precious asset, and I appreciate you spending it with me. Thank you all for watching. This is Campbell's Coins, and that is my 2 cents.